Bonjour. Mishko Pognon Quain Adishnakas Mangdodam. Hi everybody. My name is Sandy Boucher. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan and a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Northern Ontario. And I'm here with you today to share this week's Tuesday teaching. I want to start off today by sharing a story with you, a story that involves one of my most cherished elders. Frida McDonald was loved by so many people, and she's not with us anymore except in our memories and in our stories. So Frida, I would like to consider a friend, even though I had never been to her house for tea. It was one of those when we saw each other, we gave each other the huge hug, and we spent the next 10 minutes catching up. I knew she had a very busy life. She knew my life was incredibly busy. And we just accepted that and cherished the time we had together. The story I wanted to share with you today involves my first book, Honorary Indian. Let's try to get it out of the glare here. The time I ran into Frida, the time period for this story was probably 2-3 years after Honorary Indian came out. So it would be about 2013. As you know from these teachings, or if you follow my blog posts, my mom taught me that there was a teaching in absolutely everything. If you were wise enough to listen, if you were smart enough to take the time, slow down, and ask yourself, what was Creator trying to tell me then? Why did that happen? What is the lesson there? So I call it going deep, rather than just accepting the superficial meaning that the red light means you have to stop here. You go deep and look like maybe this is Creator telling you, slow down. Here's a chance. Take a deep breath. In a few minutes, you're going to have to go again. That's going deep. That is why I wrote Honorary Indian and shared all of those stories and Mom's teachings. I wanted people to go deep, and naively, I assumed that everyone knew how. And that's the subject of this story. I had wanted to talk to Frida for quite a while. I just knew that she was the person I needed to approach. When I saw her at a conference that we both just ended up being at, I went over, gave her the hug, did our hellos, and then I offered her tobacco and said that I needed her advice on something. And she gave that smile that was a total green light and sat and waited for me to explain. I shared with her how I was thrilled that people were buying my first book and that they were reading it and enjoying it. But based on their comments, I could tell they were just reading it, that they weren't going deep, that they were staying at that superficial, it's a nice story kind of level. And that bothered me. It almost broke my heart, because I knew that the stories could benefit them so much more if they took the time to go deep. But as I explained to Frida, I was starting to realize maybe they didn't know how. Maybe no one had taught them. And I needed her advice. What should I do? Well, she gave me that knowing smile once again and just said, I guess you're going to have to teach them. I wanted to share that story with you today because that is the reason behind my blog posts. That is the reason behind these Tuesday teachings. I'm sharing these stories with you to help you and give you the opportunity to go deep. But I realize you may not have realized that, because an Anishinaabe way of teaching is so different from mainstream. In mainstream, you're going to be told, you should remember this, or here are the 5 ways to do something. That's not the Anishinaabe way. When I share a video or a story with you, it is more me offering you a plate of food. And like any good host would do, you have the choice between taking a little bit of food or a lot of food, second helpings. You can ask me about the recipe, but the choice is yours. That's what my blog posts are. That's what these videos are. The choice is yours, how much you want to get from this video. You can watch it and ponder it and rewatch it and think about it. You could even send me an email and ask me a question. All of that is acceptable, just like how you would eat a meal. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you are coming to appreciate and get comfy with the Anishinaabe way of sharing. These teachings, stories, videos, blog posts are just as important as any university level textbook. We just teach in a totally different way. Until next week, my friend, I love you. Take care of you. Please stay well, stay safe, and please stay home. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.